Good morning and welcome back to Montana this morning. We have a special guest on the phone with us. Governor Brian Schweitzer spent the last few days in the Big Apple promoting Montana, Montana tourism, and Montana products. Good morning, Governor.
Well, great to visit with you. And you bet, I've been riding around in a big rig at Watkins & Shepard, which is a big trucking company in Montana. We've decorated about a dozen of their big rigs. These are the 40-footers with Montana scenery. And I've been riding around in that truck, and we give out Montana turkey and huckleberry and T-shirts and all kinds of products that have been given to us by producers all over Montana. And we tell people, look, this is your opportunity. There's going to be a direct flight from Newark to Bozeman. And so we're kicking off our advertising campaign season in New York. Now, we've already been advertising in our targeted markets of Chicago, of Minneapolis, and Seattle. And now with this direct flight, we're opening up the Big Apple.
Now, Governor, I have to ask you, you're probably one of the few people back in New York City this week actually wearing cowboy boots. And you talked about riding around in that big rig, but I wanted to ask you, the New York City police officers still ride around on the horse. I kind of expected to see you on the back of a horse in some of those video clips.
Well, I didn't see any horses in Times Square, but I tell you, when I was giving things out to folks, and people were there from all over the world, I was surprised. They were from Argentina and Croatia. They were from England and Australia. But we did find people from New York and Newark, New Jersey. But then I saw a guy over there, and he was standing there holding a guitar. He had a cowboy hat, cowboy boots. I thought, well, he might be from Montana. So I started walking up to him. Closer I got to him, he wasn't wearing any pants. Apparently they call him the naked cowboy, and he hangs out on Times Square. I didn't know anything about that. So I went up to him, and I thought maybe, he lost his pants in the cattle market or something. And Russell, you like that. And it turns out he makes a living at that. He just stands around, signs autographs. Apparently they say he makes $250,000 a year standing on Times Square with a cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and no pants.
We're showing a picture of you with the naked cowboy on the air right now. Yeah. I don't think, I've got the physique to be able to handle the tighty-whities out in Times Square. We also wanted to ask you about David Letterman. You had a chance to be able to take your message to a national audience. Talk about that experience.
Well, back in Montana, people were saying, hey, Cowboy, you're going on Letterman. Can I go with you? And I'd say to him, I'll tell you what, you can sit in the chair 2 feet away from David Letterman, and he can ask you any question he chooses to. And they say, oh, no, you're on your own there, Gov. Well, it's a high-wire act, I tell you. You don't know what he's going to ask, and you can't take anything back, but we got an opportunity to talk about how beautiful Montana is, how smart our students are, and how important it is to have people that study engineering.
Now, Governor, during your time back there in New York City, you were handing out mountain goats. You were handing out samples of our world-famous huckleberry products. What was the response like? Are we going to get a few of these New Yorkers and East Coasters to come visit us this summer?
You bet, and not only that, there were a lot of people from Europe and Australia and New York, and this is sort of the gateway to bring people from the rest of the world into the United States and then put them on a plane from Newark directly to Bozeman. So we're going to get some. But I got to tell you, when you walk up to a stranger in Times Square and you say, hi, I'm Brian Schweitzer, I'm the governor of Montana, I'd like to give you something, well, about a third of them just kind of looked at you like maybe you were going to rob them and walked on. And they don't believe that somebody's just going to give them something, and so it took a little while for some of these folks to warm up.
Well, thanks for taking the message of Montana to the Big Apple, and we wish you well and look forward to having you return to the state.
I'll tell you, that naked cowboy, if he tried that in Montana, he'd just get cold. He wouldn't make a damn dime.
Oh, that's funny. Ed, I think we'll keep our pants on.
I think so. Thank you, Governor, and have a great trip back.
All right, bye.
Back with more. Look at the forecast coming up in just a second.